This review is going to be slightly different than my past reviews. I'm just going to talk about the lens, show you photos I've taken with it, and that's how we're going to do it. So if you like this format better, just let me know by giving this video a like or commenting down below. If you have any thoughts on this lens as well, please feel free to join the conversation. Comment, share your thoughts, love to hear them, and help people have a more informed opinion about this type of equipment and if it is ultimately right for them. So many words and things to say. All right. Enough of this. Enough of this. Enough of that. Enough of that. Enough of that. What's up? I'm Renton Vlogs, aka the Super Mediocre, and today we're going to take a look at the Leica Summilux-SL 50mm f1.4 spherical lens. That is a lot to say. That is the name of the lens. It should just be a shorter name for starters. There is a link in the description down below that I've included samples that I've taken with this lens paired with a Leica SL2S. You can request access to that Google Drive folder. Give me a day or two, I'll grant you access. You can then download those photos, play around with them in post and whatever software you ultimately like to use to edit your photos, and have a go with that. And if you do that, feel free to tag me on Instagram and show me how you edited the photo at the Super Mediocre. And without further ado, let's jump right into talking about this wonderful lens. They didn't teach me about atmosphere spraying in film school. I don't know why. This stuff's incredible. You should buy some in the link that's provided. Actually, there's 4 things that I find not to be good about this lens. So we're just going to get the negatives out of the way. The price, hands... swallowed a bug. So yeah, as far as the price for this lens goes, as with most things Leica, it kind of sucks, but at the same time, you're getting an incredibly well-engineered lens. You're getting a lens that's weather sealed. You're getting a lens that has incredible build quality. So the cost in terms of it being overpriced, underpriced, is completely subjective. Brand new, I would say it's a heck of a lot. I don't see the point in paying almost twice the price to buy it new versus getting that substantial discount if you were to buy it used in excellent condition. Logically, it does not make sense. My opinion, buy the lens used, save yourself literally thousands of dollars. You can get one in excellent condition for between 40 and 60% off, which is a pretty damn good deal. And at that price, worth it given that it's a Summilux, given that it's an SL, given that it is a weather sealed lens that you could ultimately take out into the elements. If it's raining, who cares? You can go nuts with this lens. But you got to be willing to deal with the size of it and the weight of it. Those are 2 more drawbacks. It is a very hefty piece of equipment. Does it bother me? Not really. But I could definitely see why that would be a drawback for people that are out in the field all day, every day. I would say just get used to it if you want to shoot with it. One other drawback though is because the aperture is so big when you're shooting wide open, if there's a lot of lighting going on, like stage lighting and whatnot, sometimes you'll pick up a little bit of a reflection from that light between the filter and the lens. And you'll see these like different types of flaring going on, and it really can detract from the picture. That's not a common problem. I did see it on a number of photos I've taken, but it wasn't overwhelming to the point it ruined the experience of shooting with the lens. But on a few occasions, I'm like, damn, that would have been a great photo had that not existed. Whatever. It up. It is a lens that stands out. It is a lens that draws attention to yourself while shooting. You will have people notice you shooting with this lens if you're trying to shoot street photography with it. You will capture people's attention with it. So if you're trying to go for that natural-esque aesthetic where people are in their natural state and you want to capture that, this may not be the best lens for that type of photography per se. If you don't care, like I don't, then it's not going to hold you back at all whatsoever. But there is a massive difference when you're shooting with something subtle like a rangefinder versus a side-by-side comparison. Your hands when shooting with a rangefinder cover 3/4 of the camera versus this massive beast is you can't hide it. You're not going to be able to hide that camera. So rangefinder, definitely more street photography friendly versus this massive monster. But yeah, if you don't really care if people take notice, you can shoot from the hip, you can look through the viewfinder, you can shoot all the street photography that your heart desires. In low light situations, at events, at weddings, at comedy clubs, at concerts, this is where that lens is going to excel the most. It's a pretty sharp lens, so I wouldn't say it's soft at all. Now, I really like editing images, or at least attempting to edit images, so you can see exactly what I saw within the moments in terms of the colors and whatnot. Sometimes I like going a little crazy and playing around and taking the colors and tones in different directions, but generally speaking, I try to present to you exactly the way I saw the image in that moment without manipulating the colors or adding different types of tones to make people feel a certain way. So if you can look past the size, you can look past the weight, and you can look past the price, well, those three things have absolutely nothing to do with the types of images this camera is capable of rendering out. So if we jump straight to image quality, I think what you have here is one of the lenses that's ultimately capable of rendering out some of the best images you might be able to create with this type of camera setup. This lens, 8 out of 10. I would give it a 10 out of 10 if it were smaller. Really the only drawbacks for me are the size and the weight, but I will always look past the comfort of shooting to chase the best possible visuals that I can. In my opinion, the subjectivity of visual aesthetics and what's a good visual aesthetic, what's not a good visual aesthetic, the spectrum is immense. Like, what one person thinks is great, what I think is great, you might think sucks. What you think is great, I might think sucks. Who knows? Yeah, it's all subjective. It's all f***ing subjective. And subjectively, I think this is one of the must-have lenses if you shoot on an SL system. Something people need to ask, and I know I say this a lot, but how do you want to shoot? How do you like to shoot? And you should be buying camera equipment based on filling those two needs. How do you like to shoot? What do you want to shoot? And don't forget, at 1,000 subscribers, I will be doing a camera giveaway. So subscribe, and if you have any thoughts on this lens, feel free to comment down below, be it for this lens, an alternative, your personal experience, whatever. Just keep the comments relevant to the discussion, and keep politics out of it. Hey, yeah, because what the f*** do politics have to do with a camera lens? Don't actually answer that. I got a bunch more things to review and talk about, including this 75mm f2 where we'll be doing a similar thing. Got a couple little mini documentaries on street photographers on the way. And yeah, I'm excited. Things are coming together. I no longer work where I was working, so I have a lot more free time to dedicate to this channel for the moment and really push things forward the way I've been wanting to. And that's exciting as far as I'm concerned. There will also be a number of book drops and zine drops on this channel, on my Instagram, on my website. More on that to come. At 1,000 subs, I will be doing that camera giveaway, which is why you should be a subscriber, because I will start live streaming as we approach that date. And just I want to host conversation and talk about cameras with people that want to talk about cameras. It's like literally what I enjoy doing the most out of anything at all. I was at GameStop the other day and had a 35-minute conversation about cameras, coincidentally, with the person that works there. Pretty cool. Didn't need to happen, but it did. I enjoyed it. So I might as well do that in this room / studio as well. So yeah, that link's down there. Request access to it. If you do edit some stuff and you figure out a really cool edit with one of the sample photos, feel free to tag me on Instagram and I'll give you my thoughts and feedback on the image. I'd love to see what you ultimately create. I try to provide a diverse range of photographs so you have like stuff to play with in different lighting situations, different skin tones, different colors, so and that type of stuff, just so you have this like somewhat of a good understanding. All I'm trying to do is help you understand how the equipment performs. It's really not that difficult. I don't know. So, thank you for being a subscriber or stopping by. I will talk to you soon. I'm Renton Vlogs, aka the Super Mediocre. Peace.
Smoking hella weed, looking at them palm trees. We smoking hella weed, looking at them palm trees. We smoking hella weed, looking at them palm trees. We smoking hella weed, palm trees, palm trees. Smoking hella weed, looking at them palm trees. We smoking hella weed, looking at them palm trees. We smoking hella weed, looking at them palm trees. We smoking hella weed.